Today, the Fed cut interest rates by half a percentage point. Many interpret this as a sign of the central bank's confidence in the American economy. It could also mean a dip in prices on things like car loans and credit cards. But a big question remains, what impact could it have on housing in Maine? News 'n Maine's Donovan Lynch joins us live in the newsroom to break it all down. Donovan.
Zach, the key word here is could. There's a lot of unknown. The federal rate cut today doesn't automatically mean mortgage rates will go down and the high cost of ownership in Maine will suddenly vanish. And even if borrowing rates do decrease as they have been, we might start to see more buyers on the market. That in turn drives up prices. But even with so much up in the air, many are celebrating what the rate cut represents.
Our economy is strong overall and has made significant progress toward our goals over the past 2 years.
On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve hitting reverse, cutting its benchmark interest rate for the first time in 4 years. The half percentage point dip means cheaper borrowing on things like credit cards and auto loans. But for Mainers looking to buy a home, things are more complicated.
There should be some effect, and we should see some effect on the mortgage rates.
Mortgage rates, which have already dropped, are expected to lower even more following the Fed's interest rate cut. That means cheaper payments when buying homes, which real estate broker Britt Vitalius hopes will increase enthusiasm.
This just injects some energy and optimism back into the real estate market.
Cheaper mortgages could also bring a crowd to the next open house, as more people believe now is the time to buy. But with a severely limited housing stock in Maine, excitement over low costs could be a self-defeating prophecy.
If buyers start flooding back into the market, they're going to be competing again and pushing those prices back up.
For many in Maine, a state where home prices have outgrown incomes, questions over mortgages seem premature.
Interest, who cares about that if I'm not making enough to even put anything in a savings account?
Leah Philippon is one of the many young people in Maine who can hardly imagine buying a home like their parents did decades ago.
It's just not realistic in the day-to-day.
Still, on the whole, the Fed's rate cut is a welcome sign to many that things may one day return to what they were.
This move today might start to balance things out a little more.
The other important thing to mention here is that the rate hike carries other symbolism. The reason the Federal Reserve had kept rates so high was to cool down spending and rein in inflation. Now with that half percentage point dip, the central bank is signaling a victory over the worst of inflation, Zach.
Donovan Lynch live in the newsroom tonight. Thank you.